Welcome to the Handyman Pros Radio Show, home improvement and maintenance tips from the pros.
Welcome to the Handyman Pros Radio Show Action Edition, where we feature feedback from you, our listeners. And I'm here with my old buddy, Larry. Larry, what's been going on this week?
Well, John, I'll tell you, the weather's breaking here in Atlanta, so I'm starting to look at my outside projects. Then it rained and I went back inside, so.
Yeah, you turned tail and went back in. Okay.
Said the heck with this. So I'm going back inside. But anyway, have been doing some jobs, you know, and it brought up one of my jobs this week. So I was doing just a little bit of carpentry, and it brought up some of these ever famous problems that we have when we're out there in the field. And that had to do with, I was taking measurements, and of course it's coming up as a fraction, right? So, you know, my tape measure is not in decimals, it's in fractions. So I wanted to ask you,
right.
You've told me about this and I know about it. I haven't put it on my phone yet, but I'm going to. Is there a way to fix that? Is there a way to do addition, subtraction in fractions that's easy?
Absolutely. And I will tell you that I'm not the fraction guy. That boat, that ship has sailed. You at this point, you just want to get the job done. And a lot of times I'll be doing measurements, for example, and I'll come up with, let's say, 12 inches and 3/8, and then I'll take another measurement that might be 15 inches and 3/4, and I might have to add those together or multiply them. And it's like, wait a minute, I don't want to spend half hour trying to figure this out. I've got a little application on my iPhone called Fraction Calculator, and you just punch that information in there, and it does all the addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division for you. And you're done. You've got accuracy, you got speed, and you just keep moving on with the job.
So you said it's available in the App Store. Is there any cost associated with this one?
Yeah, so it is free to try, and I think it'll do one type of calculation or something. But I bought it, the pro version, which I think was like 99 cents or $1 or something like that. Well worth it. Let me tell you, it has saved me a lot of time and headaches with figuring that stuff out, because, like you just said, is that your tape measure has fractions on it.
Yes, it does.
And when you have to do some calculations against those fractions, especially when they're different types of fractions, I think I just want to get it done.
I want to get it done, and I want to get it done properly, because I'm not the fraction guy either. I'm really good with numbers, but just not, unless it's decimals, I'm not good with, and generally two-place decimals. I'm not really good with the fractions. So awesome tip of the week. So what's it called again, John?
It is called the Fraction Calculator. So I know a lot of folks out there that might be on the metric system might be laughing at us, but we deal with fractions.
We deal with inches, by God.
Yeah.
Inches, that's right. At least here in the States. Anyway, so perfect. So don't forget, folks, join in our Facebook group at Handyman Pros and join in the conversation. We appreciate it. And that's the action tip of the week. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've enjoyed this podcast and have derived some value from it, here's 4 things you can do. 1, tell your friends about this podcast. 2, hit subscribe on your podcast player. While you're there, leave us a review. 3, subscribe to our newsletter by going to handymanprosradioshow.com and click on the subscribe button. We'll inform you of upcoming events, shows, and give you actionable tips for maintaining your home and property. And 4, send us an email with your questions to questions@handymanprosradioshow.com. That's handymanprosradioshow.com. That's our show for this week. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week on the Handyman Pros Radio Show.